In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast.
It's like when you startle a little kid.
Right.
What am I doing
I
wrong?
was going to knock him off screensaver mode. Like, John, huh? Oh, yeah.
Drop your phone.
I'm back.
My bad.
Sorry.
I zoned out for a second there. He was on screensaver.
Yep.
It's Thursday. There's a scent in the air. It's like self-love. But there's sticks in my hand.
You spelled loathe wrong.
Oh, right. 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 There's drinks on the table. Johnny boy. What are we about to do?
We're about to masturbate, boys.
You goddamn right. It's time for a Freedom Friends Master Debate. Solving the world's problems with fucking 4 idiots. Why not? Could be worse.
Probably is worse.
Yeah, probably. It's got to be worse, right?
You don't need to say could be worse.
Yeah, that's true.
It probably is worse.
It's fucking worse. Like a betting man says it's worse. But, regardless, we're going to keep doing it because I think it's fun. I don't know. This is actually my favorite piece of content that we put out.
Yeah?
Is the debate. Yeah, I think it's funny. What you got for us this week there, Justin?
All right, boys.
So I
want to know, if you were going to start a propaganda campaign, who would it be against and what propaganda are you spreading?
Greta Van Susteren has a dick.
That's the truth.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. I think that's real.
Looking at you, fucking Greta.
You should Google it. All of you should
Your
Google
move, bitch.
it at the same time. Hashtag Greta's dick.
Let's get that trending.
It's huge too.
Greta's got a gun.
Fucking 7.5 inch fucking veiny bastard. Because you've got to have a sack that you have to get pants custom made for to sling the level of bullshit that she does.
So
Is she even still working?
I don't care. Chase that woman to her fucking grave.
I think she has her own podcast where she talks shit about jazz.
I hope you
How
do.
fucking awesome would
This
this
is
is
called the Fuck You Jazz Show.
I want to be a guest. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
No, I think she does have her own podcast.
That's actually my propaganda is that Greta Van Susteren has a podcast called Fuck You Jazz. The Fuck You Jazz Hour.
It's just Mikey trying to talk like a chick.
By the end of this campaign, they're
The funny thing is that Greta Van
Her
Susteren and
and I
Mikey
have-
sound
we have the-
identical
we
on
have
the
the same
microphones.
voice.
Yeah, it doesn't sound any different.
We have the same voice.
By the
Yeah.
end of the campaign, Jazz and Greta are best friends.
What he doesn't know is that I'm actually just Greta undercover as Mikey for all these years.
There's no such thing as Greta. It's just,
It's been a few
No,
of them.
there's no such thing as Mikey. I'm actually just Greta.
That's my campaign. Greta Van Susteren has a huge dick. She actually invented the trans movement. That's mine. That's my slander campaign. I mean, propaganda campaign.
Mine is that Omaha Beach historically was loosely based on a dodgeball game that Chuck Norris played in 8th grade. That's what I think. that's what I think.
Wow, sir. Wow.
It's got layers.
That's what I'm going for.
What sparked in your mind to go with that?
That's my favorite Chuck Norris fact. That the invasion of Normandy is loosely based on a dodgeball. It's the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan is loosely based on a dodgeball game that Chuck Norris played in the 8th grade.
that makes more sense.
So Omaha Beach is just a reenactment
Yes.
of a dodgeball
Chuck Norris
game.
wasn't in 8th grade yet.
Fucking. You sure you want to make that claim, sir?
No, I'm pretty sure he was
Yeah.
only in 4th grade at that point. Like it was.
I am going to make that claim.
He was playing it in 4th grade, but he was playing 8th graders.
I'll make that,
That
claim all
tracks,
day.
actually.
So I'm pretty sure Chuck Norris was born in
1942.
yeah.
44.
Yeah.
45? Right
66?
around that. 69.
Oh, it's gonna be hard to top that one.
When did the Enola Gay
1940.
drop the bomb?
What?
That's right.
He was born March 10th, 1940.
Yeah, right around the time of the Manhattan Project. Weird. Just saying.
So no, that tracks because then
It does.
42. Yeah, he'd have been playing dodgeball by then.
Yeah.
He wasn't in 8th grade, though.
Didn't have to be. He's Chuck Norris.
It was an 8th grade dodgeball game that he was playing in. Not he played dodgeball in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
Like it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Omaha Beach is just a reenactment.
Of an 8th grade dodgeball game.
When Chuck Norris was
that toddler Chuck Norris was playing it.
Yeah.
This sounds like the next sci-fi blockbuster.
right.
So what do you got? We got Chuck Norris and Greta Van Susteren. Where are you going?
Oh, I don't know. Fuck.
Just do an anti-propaganda thing on that fucking assault weapons ban that passed the fucking House that nobody wants to fucking talk about.
It's because it's never going to make it past the Senate.
Yeah.
No.
That 2 Republicans voted for.
Yeah, they're not going to get reelected.
Because did they vote for that, or did they vote for the 79 other laws that were actually in that bill?
Oh, see, this is.
I
all
wish
news to
Dave
me.
was here right now.
Yeah.
Because when assault weapons are outlawed, I'll become an outlaw.
Yeah.
And I know Dave is not going to listen to this, but if he was here, he'd be fucking fuming right now.
Oh, yeah. Dude, he immediately sent it to me and was like,
You
did you see
know-
this shit? Did you see this shit? He's like, a fucking Ruger 1022 now makes you a felon.
I'm
I was like,
going to
"Goddamn,
throw
dude."
this out there. I'm not a big fan of Dave's social media, except somebody posted if you were on death row, what would be the last meal you ate? And he put down
Pussy.
fuck. He did. It was a chick. It was his last meal, and I'm like, Dave, that's fucking brilliant. I can't remember who it was, but it was fucking good.
Can you do that?
I seriously
Like,
doubt
I
it.
want to be a cannibalist for my last meal. I want to eat Greta Van Susteren for my last meal.
I didn't know you liked dick.
Hey, dude, I'm
Two
sitting,
birds, one stone.
I'm sitting right here, John. God.
But I'm just saying, like, I mean, you're already on death row. Like, can you do that?
Which is Greta Van Susteren's
Well, I'm
ass.
sure you can
Is that what
request it, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to deliver it.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's the only thing Greta's doing these days.
Is death row?
But
Just
what if
getting
they did?
getting her ass ate by death row inmates. That's just
What if they rented out like?
Tracks.
What
Yeah.
if they rented out like some giant fucking football stadium and they released you and whoever you wanted to eat in it, and they're like, you have 60 minutes, go, and you had to go find them and catch them and then eat them.
I don't know, John. How fast can you run?
Well, if that was my last meal and I had 60 minutes,
I was thinking about my last meal.
He's about eating that ass. Nom, 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 nom,
I'll be on the
nom,
50-yard line waiting, buddy.
Oh shit!
nom.
Yeah, I figured Greta Van Susteren's just volunteering for that, so that they can look forward to their execution.
Yeah. I like it. What about you? What's your propaganda?
That Warfighter could be the best cigar company in the world.
Or
No, we're
we-
probably-
yeah,
Probably.
We're probably. We
Probably
started
are.
that campaign
Yeah.
already.
Probably the best.
Probably the best.
It holds
Yeah.
up today yet.
Yeah.
What do we do? The probably the
Has-
best? When do
has-
we, what do we? When
Has
do we do
anybody
that?
proved you wrong yet?
It's on our business cards at this point.
But has anybody proved you wrong?
No.
No.
I'm just saying.
There was a guy I contracted with who was on like this fucking. He was a former ODA dude, and they had like unit patches made, and they were all like all former ODA guys, and they were like probably the best was like their fucking like saying. It's
I'm gonna
like
do this with my business cards too. I'm just gonna be probably the best.
it was good.
I would start a campaign trying to convince the general public that the commander-in-chief is of sane health and mind.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. That one's already been started.
It's already been done.
Yeah, that's
Just
what
a
I've been doing.
tall order, sir. I
that
don't-
one's already,
Yeah.
they're doing it right now.
trying to think how you'd execute that, and I just
It's
you know.
easy. You just tell all the major news channels and they just
You know what
fucking
upsets
take
me
the ball
about
and
that?
run.
Do you
Is
remember the robot
Is that
that
psychological
they made?
operations are actually not supposed to be able to be conducted by the American government on American soil.
They don't. That's why they use the news agencies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there's statements from the White House that come out from every president. It's all spin campaign, and that is psychological operations.
We're not
being
in a recession.
conducted.
We're in a transition.
What the? I'm still waiting for the definition of that. Transitioning to what?
A recession is two quarters back to back of
Of GDP.
loss.
Oh,
of-
it
of
was.
GDP
It
loss.
was. The White House changed.
I'm
to
starting a new definition of I've paid my taxes
that. Yeah.
Right.
It means I didn't.
and I'm
Yeah.
not going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware of the IRS.
I mailed you a check.
And that
Fuck
definition,
post office must have
Yeah.
lost it. You should go talk to your
my
other
definition of
government
I paid my
agency.
taxes is I was aware that the IRS existed.
I was getting blown up by a debt collector recently for a toll. And I was like, they were like, yeah, we just want to settle this toll. And I was like, how much is the toll? And they're like, $45. I'm like, what was the original? They're like, $4. And I was like, and this is the toll in Texas. She's like, yeah. I was like, did they tell you that I have a Purple Heart license plate? And they were like, no, they didn't. We'll put it down as a military exemption. I was like, thank you.
You know who's gonna have a really expensive toll? Is somebody who used to live in my house who has not updated their shit. Because once a week I get a past due toll notice. And you're not the person I bought the house from. So I don't know who to forward it to or whatever. But
Just
I'm
put
sorry.
return to sender and put it back in your in the outgoing mailbox.
I file it right the fuck in the garbage can every time.
So I keep
I appreciate your efficient filing system, sir.
I keep a pen in my car, so when I stop and I check the mail, and
But do you
if
have
it's not
pod
for
mail
me-
like we do? You have like one of the mail pods?
Yeah.
That you have to stop it.
So when I stop and check the mail, I grab that thing, and if it's not for me, a big fucking line goes across that bitch, and it goes back in.
So I appreciate the security of pod mail.
Yeah.
I hate the fucking inconvenience of pod mail. Like I wish I just had a goddamn mailbox.
Did you hear about the two girls in San Antonio?
Oh yeah, they had a fucking
They had a
postal
fucking
key.
postmaster's key.
Yep.
They had like fucking fake postmaster's keys, and we're going through fucking people's mail.
Those
They
weren't
got
fake.
15,000 fucking pieces of mail they fucking
not,
took.
That's not
Oh
fake.
my
You don't get
God.
fake postmaster's keys. You
One-
just
so
stole a postmaster's
One was
key.
real, and one they made.
They made a copy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like fucking, and they'd just been
Like
swiping people's
Matrix
fucking
style,
mail.
just sitting there,
I
just
wanna
fucking
know-
grinding out a key.
Where they got those copies made? Because I've had copies of house keys made. at
Don't
Home
work.
Depot,
fucking work.
and
I know,
none
right?
of them work. So
Yeah.
I need to get a hold of those girls.
I tried to
find
make
out where they
copies
got
of the
that
keys
made.
for my store, so like that open my cages.
You just got to file the edges. That's it.
I've been trying to get copies made for my office. Nope. They just don't have the fucking blanks. And I'm like, oh, is that a supply chain issue? Fuck you.
It's because of, it's because of the COVID incident.
Yeah.
So my propaganda campaign is going to be the Navy SEALs would make an average Army infantryman at best.
Okay.
Oh fuck! I will help you write this campaign, just because I want to see the level of forehead veins just burst into
Yes.
position.
We're gonna be like, but according to my book,
Yeah,
that's not true.
Yeah.
you obviously haven't played Rainbow Six.
There's no more relaxed grooming standards, bitches. That's going to get half of them.
Yeah.
And you have to march in formation every now and then. That's going to get the other
Yeah.
75% of them.
You have to be able to use an issued weapon.
Yes. Navy SEALs would be average Army infantrymen at best.
That would be a fantastic.
God
video.
damn it! I actually agree with you. Like that's
So there's
and you made like cogent arguments on that. It's like
there's
And
an-
those are the easy two.
there's a
Yeah.
long going debate about which is the more elite unit, DevGru or CAG, right? And it's interesting because
who's debating this? Just the Navy? It's just an internal Navy.
no,
debate?
well, it's a question because they're tier 1 operating units,
The
right?
guys
So
who
it's
are
just
in,
the Navy.
The guys who are in the SEAL teams that didn't make DevCrew are the ones that are debating that because they're trying to figure out if they want to try for DevCrew again or go CAG.
Oh, probably
So it's just
Probably true.
And they're
It's
like,
just
oh
an
no,
internal.
bro, CAG's better. I'm gonna fucking go
So
over
it's
there.
an
'cause fuck
internal
DevCrew.
Navy
because CAG is
Like, no, you
all
just couldn't do
services,
it.
and so is DevGru. They're all services, right? Granted, obviously they pull from battalions
Sure.
for CAG, and they pull from fucking the teams for DevGru often.
I've never known anybody that's been like it like actually in the unit that's been like, you know what, I think I'm gonna leave this to go hang out with Navy guys. Like I've never known those
Well,
guys.
me neither. But
Yeah.
but I would actually,
And, like, I
I
have
would love
some-
to hear two of them have a conversation.
You've met some of my friends that have been
Yeah.
unit guys, and
Yeah.
like they were never like, I really thought about actually leaving this. To
but I
go
also
do
know guys that were
less.
in DevGru that are fucking legit. You know what I mean? These boys can fucking bang. And
Well,
I'm not
but
saying they're
that's-
not legit. I'm
Yeah.
just saying like that sounds like an internal Navy thing
And
of like
I'm not necessarily throwing DevGru in my Navy SEAls would make average.
yeah, that's a little different.
that's a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're just a regular Navy SEAL,
Does that extend to Green Berets and Ranger Boys?
No.
No, he's
'Cause-
saying just average infantry guys,
Yeah.
No,
like
no,
just
I'm
an 11
saying,
Bravo.
Like, do team guys like Green Berets?
No, because a lot of them came from infantry.
A lot of them were 11 Bravos first,
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
most of them.
I would say the vast majority of them were.
Well,
I'm just
no,
clarifying.
there's a lot of engineers and
No,
stuff
no,
that make the
because
jump.
like
for demo. Yeah, that's true.
I've worked with a lot of Green Beret guys, and
They're actually pretty
they're
pro.
very different than the Navy SEALs I've worked with.
Yes.
You know what I always
One-
appreciated about Green Berets is how fucking quiet they are. I've always appreciated
Except
that.
for apparently our guests.
Well, except for Adam. Adam's a fucking lunatic, but yeah. Like, he is the only loud Green
Every
Beret I've
Green
ever met.
Beret you've ever introduced me to is one of those like, I don't know who you're telling from Navy SEALs in the room. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
Like every Green Beret you've ever introduced me to has been that guy. It's like, well, I was
You're
part
telling
of-
me that Matt's like that.
I was group. Okay, you have one exception.
There's yeah.
the only
but
other
yes,
one I've introduced
there's
you
a
to
reason-
is fucking
there's a
Adam,
reason
who
that-
is like that
There's
guy.
a reason that 18 series guys are known as the quiet professionals.
Yeah.
And it's because most of them are just like, yeah, I was in the army.
Yeah,
And that's like the end of the
Like,
conversation.
what'd you do? Nothing special.
And then you have Radar,
Yeah.
who needs to prove how good he was at a radio.
He just liked fucking with you. That's why he kept calling you. What did he call you?
Well, he tried it once until I called him Radar, and then all of a sudden that backed off real quick.
I don't know if he backed off.
He definitely didn't back
He
off.
definitely didn't back off.
He backed off my notice. I don't-
He definitely did not back off. But
I guess that's the whole
when
try-hard
when it
thing.
comes to like SEAL team guys, I've worked alongside a lot, and I've worked with them a bit, and you're right. They're not the quiet
Well,
ones.
I'm going to give them.
That's where that joke comes
I'm
from.
going to give them some benefit right now. Their mission is vastly different than the infantry.
They can swim like a motherfucker.
well,
Fuck yeah,
I'll give you that.
yeah.
but they would literally being in an infantry environment would fucking
They couldn't do it.
Well, they
destroy
hate
them.
themselves.
yeah.
Well, there's a lot, and I think that's a lot of the reason why small team guys go to the small teams,
Yeah, of
right?
course, yeah.
They're
Because
non.
they don't
they
want to
can't-
be
well,
conventional.
they can't operate linearly.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest. I was an
Non-
average infantryman at best. So
Same, Doug. Same.
The problem is that you have people that are wired to operate non-linear,
Yeah.
and so when you put them in a linear unit, when it has to be A to B, B to C, C to D, they can't function. It doesn't, because they go like, I understand A through F, so I'm just going to operate at G because this is already handled. And the military is not set up that way. It is
No.
not set up for that mindset. It's for a reason. I'm not saying it's a downfall.
Do you know-
it's on purpose.
do you know why there's an age limit to get in the military? Because they don't want
You're not
somebody.
moldable if you're old
They
enough.
don't want somebody who can think for
Yep,
themselves.
you're not
Once you
moldable.
start being able to think for yourself,
Well, you got a fucking 22-year-old sergeant trying to tell this 40-year-old man about
Yeah.
the world. And the guy's just like, you're adorable. It was like,
Yeah, and that's the whole deal. And that's why you can go into a lot of the small team stuff a little older.
yeah.
And most of the time you stand a better chance if you're a little older because your mindset has changed.
I've always appreciated it, and I think that's also why MARSOC took the fucking Q courses like model and modeled their selection process after the Green Berets.
It's smart though.
It is, because it's peer evaluated with
well, not only that, but
you could fucking be a outstanding motherfucker and you'll get peered out at the end. Just be like, this guy doesn't click.
the reason MARSOC
You know?
took Green Beret shit is because Navy SEALs have to teach their guys BRM.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Like when you're in an 18 series, they're not teaching you BRM.
No.
No,
But
you're expected to
you
know
have a
this
guy
shit.
that's in the Navy that became a Navy SEAL that's maybe never fired a live round before.
No, they should have been boot camp,
No,
don't they?
no.
No.
Does Navy shoot live rounds in boot camp?
I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do.
Air Force doesn't.
Because
Yeah.
the AF doesn't go to the range. I don't think
They do the
standard
simulators,
Navy,
maybe.
I don't think does either. I think they fire sim rounds, but I don't think they ever fire a
No,
live
I
round.
think they find the computer, the simulator.
So
I don't think they.
I literally
I don't
think
know.
you can end up going through buds and have never pulled trigger.
According to military.com, during Navy basic training, you won't get to fire an M16. Instead, you qualify with an M9 pistol and a Mossberg 500 shotgun.
No shit.
Okay, so you do have a live round, but it's not a rifle.
How the fuck do you qualify with a shotgun? I've never been on a military
I've done
qual
a shotgun qual.
Really?
Yeah, they're
what
fucking.
is that like?
It's a blast.
Does it just?
What do you do?
Went bang?
Yeah.
And you're like, here you go.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Hit the
It's so
hit the
much fun.
I see
silhouette
what you
20
did there.
meters away.
So in the Army, because we did a shotgun and
Really?
the pistol qual, and it's literally 15 to 20 meters away. Did you hit the target 5 times? Cool.
With
Go-
the shotgun.
Yes,
Yeah.
with the shotgun. Go hand it to the next guy. That's
Yeah.
literally the qual.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
So I was doing Benelli quals
Holy
off the back of ship. It was awesome.
shit.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I went on a cruise once when I was in high school and shot trap off the back of a cruise ship.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Your
That is dope.
experience was cooler than mine.
Fuck, that means I was Navy qualled at Boy Scout camp.
Yes. Well, and if
My
you're shooting
boy's
M9s as
been
well.
in the Coast Guard
Yeah,
for
we
how
did.
long now?
You know, they
Never shot around.
have a class action lawsuit for that.
He didn't get to shoot anything in
Double
basic
Navy qual.
because of
Yeah.
COVID.
Zing. That's good. That was layered joke.
God
my
damn,
friend.
I've never thought about that. But yeah, you could go all the way through buds and have never fired a rifle.
That's what I'm saying. You're taking somebody that has zero experience with anything and making him a Navy SEAL.
That is a tall order. No wonder those guys are so fucking high, like fucking wired tight.
Right?
That makes
But
sense.
fuck.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that means I can shoot,
Because my
but
SEER instructors were fucking SEAL guys.
so I can shoot, but
Yeah.
can't style my
And
hair.
That
That's apparently
fucking sucked.
that's a weird
Like
trade.
they were fucking dicks.
But did you have to shoot a gun in SEER school?
No,
See?
true. That's interesting.
You could probably be a SEER instructor and never have fired a live round. Because there's Air Force SEER instructors.
Actually, yeah, one of my friends that I've
Yeah.
made and he was part of the actual extraction team. Like
know,
after he was
I
stopped
inter-
being a tier 1.
I interviewed to be a SEER instructor here in San Antonio when I first
There's
got
seer
out.
here?
Yeah.
What level?
Oh, fucking low.
101?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the civilian contractor portion of it, right? And they told me that
I did the shit online.
my experience was too real world to
Yeah, because you
be a
can't
good
soften it
fit.
up enough.
To
Yeah.
be a good fit. They were like, we feel like you would be too abrasive. And I was like, for the military. And they're like, well, it's the Air Force.
Bro.
And I'm like, it's the Air Force.
Come on.
Like,
Our
yeah.
old job. Do you know how many letters I got from all the branches of service that said it was too aggressive?
Oh, yeah.
Including the Corps?
Yeah. Yeah.
When
We get all the beaches. I remember that.
There was a bunch of them that they were like, you can't put the EGA on that.
Yeah.
There was a ton of them. We submitted like 18 shirts. They approved like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Said everything else was too aggressive for the Corps. The Army said the same thing. Sent them stuff and they're like, this is too aggressive. You can use the star. Anything outside of that, you can't use it. It's too aggressive
Wow.
for the profile that the U.S. Army would like to present to the public.
Anything forward facing has got to be fucking watered the fuck down, man. You know that.
One of my old buddies who's in a scout platoon, they just got like platoon shirts made with the chick's titties on it.
Oh, platoon shirts are different, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's different.
Please tell me it was somebody that was in the platoon.
I think so.
There was a
Oh, the
unit.
titties?
Yeah.
There was a unit in fucking that got stuck in Okinawa during stop loss. They were UDP to Okinawa. It was Bravo Company 3rd Tracks. And they had to sit there for 18 fucking months on Okinawa.
Wow.
And they made a fucking platoon shirt. And on it is it's this guy sitting on this rock like this. And he's just got a fucking thought bubble that says 6 months my ass. That's
My
one of the
favorite
best.
one that made me actually think of you.
Yeah.
I don't know why it made me think of you, but it did. And it was inflation's hitting everywhere. And it was an Asian chick in a t-shirt that said, I will not love you long time.
Love it. Love it. I made one in Okinawa because we were at a Combat Assault Battalion and they are Task Force Iron Fist was their thing. So they had like their thing was like a fist that was made of iron, had like spikes on it. So I had them take that fist and put it on top of an Amtrak that had like a gator on it and stuff. And then in Latin, I wrote Ferrum Pugnus Penetro, which is iron fist penetration because we were getting fucking iron fisted all the goddamn time by that shithole unit. And yeah, we wore that one with pride. Iron fist penetration.
I still want to do the shirt on the front. All it says is "Do your fucking job," and on the back, or no, on the front it says "Do your goddamn job," and on the back it says "I don't fucking care."
Yeah. We made patches when I was on contract that in Latin said I don't remember what the fucking Latin term was, but it said, "We rule the day because the night can't." which just loosely translates to day shift. It was like all of us. And the night shift got so mad they thought we were making fun of them. We're like, they literally just says day shift. That's all it is, man. Like, it's fucking silly. Anyways, yeah. So Greta Van Susteren, Chuck Norris's dodgeball game,
Navy SEALs.
Navy SEALs.
The U.S. government.
They just
They're
the
doing it
government.
right now.
They're doing it for you. Shit. So like, share, subscribe, smash those buttons. Brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO. Screw yourself that fucking sweet 15% off. Of course, our friends awellness.us for all your CBD needs. Use that code FreedomFriends25. That'll get you a quarter off your order over there. And of course, IC Tech Coolers. Use that code FreedomFriends10. That'll get you 10% off. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe, smash those buttons. Tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Tell your fucking mom's friends and bitches. Jesus Christ. I'll raise my glass. Say thank you, boys, for being my freedom friend. Cheers, cheers. Reach.
No, if you switch hands, it's easier.
Yeah. No cigar on this one. 3 little things. Not hard to do. Scotty boy, hit him with the first one.
Drink on. Smoke on. Sorry. Old school
Goddamn,
days.
Scott.
Old school days.
Old school days. They're coming back. Jazz,
Fucking smoke. No, drink on.
drink on.
There you go.
I'm going to start this again. So 3 little things. Scotty boy, hit him with the first one.
Smoke on.
Okay, Jazz.
Drink on.
Hey, God damn it. Freedom the fuck on. See you later.